Let's be completely honest, as sewists, we spend a lot of time and effort making our clothes, but do we wear every single garment that comes out of our sewing room? This is such a fun, light-hearted video for you today. It's a little bit different. My name is Carole. Welcome to my sewing room. I've got 6 garments here that I will admit I have never worn, despite taking a lot of time, and I haven't thrown them away for different reasons for each one of them. I have had a sewing channel for 3 years, and I can say hand on heart that every garment I have made during my time on YouTube I have actually worn, maybe once, maybe twice, but I've definitely worn. These, I have to say, were before I had a sewing channel, because I've been sewing all my life, so these are probably done in the last sort of 10 years. But before I had my sewing channel, and I haven't worn them, but I've still kept them. So let's have a look. So as I say, I've got 6 patterns here, one of them an indie, the rest are the big 4. Very fun, light-hearted look, because it's not all about being perfect, is it? Sewing channels isn't showing, we've got to be real, haven't we? And I'm being honest and real about some of these garments, and one of them you'll find actually quite funny, I think. Some of them may be able to be saved, but yeah, it's not all about perfection, is it? And this is my fun, light-hearted look at some of the things that I've sewn. A couple of these items that I've sewn actually were from watching YouTube myself before I had a channel. We get so inspired, don't we, by all these other sewists and all the patterns they make. And in the early days, before I had my huge collection of patterns, I used to almost sit down with a notepad and write down all the patterns that people had made. Obviously, what we know is what suits somebody may not suit somebody else. So that's why a few of them have never been worn. Let's start off with a topper, as they would call it in America, cardi in the UK. So Simplicity 8059. Now, I saw somebody make this long cardigan here, this one here in the view. I'm 5'2". Why did I think that this would be a good idea? But I got some kind of black waffle fabric, and I thought, I don't know, a nice long cardi would look lovely. I remember making it and having to do so many alterations to make it not look something that I should be wearing to a funeral. So let's have a look. So it's straightforward sewing cardigan, and it's got this tie detail here, and it does look as if it sort of comes in. As you can see, there's a little bit of back elastic there, which you needed to do, and wow, did I need to do. So here we go, garment number 1. Now the fabric was lovely. It was this black kind of, it looks like it's sort of checkerboard. Here we have it. This is a very much shortened version than the original. Now, some of these I will try on in front of you now, and some I'll have to go and change. But I will try this on for you now. What's wrong with it? Well, straight away you can see it's too big for me on the shoulders. Obviously it's not going to go with what I'm wearing, and we have this tie detail here. It's lovely, isn't it? As you can see, I've shortened as much as I can. I've got this bit with elastic in the back. You can see that. I don't know. Do you know, I bet during this video I'm going to put some of these things on and go, why haven't I worn them? Because I don't know, it's just, I think it's the shoulders are just way too big. Anyway, so this is the first item. It doesn't look great, does it? Let's be honest. So successful made, got lovely sleeves, nice fitting sleeves. I know a lot of people have success with this pattern, but for me, just maybe it's the black, I don't know. Yeah, that's item, oh, it looks all right open. That's item number 1. Now item number 2 makes me really sad, which is why I have never thrown it away. But I had this wonderful piece of fabric given to me by my mum, who had a fabric stash that she'd had for years. I wanted to make something special out of it a few years ago, so I chose New Look 6808 and I made this version here. Now, I have to say it was a while ago, so it's tighter on me now, but I can't wear it because it's so tight and so fitted. And I'm absolutely gutted because it is quite a complicated top to make. As you can see, it's fitted, it's got princess seams, sorry, not princess seams, it's got fisheye darts on the front and the back. It's a super little pattern and I would maybe love to make this one day. But what it has got on the side is a side invisible zip. Now for a top, that's quite rare. I certainly haven't done another top like it because it's designed to be fitted. So even when I made it, it was quite tight. Now it's extremely tight and it's just shows a bit too much, but I'm really sad about it because of the fabric. So this is the fabric here. I can't describe what it's like, but it's plums. It feels absolutely beautiful. I'll try it on for you and then you might see why I can't wear it or don't feel comfortable wearing it. It's got these beautiful split hem sleeves. So many lovely details in this top, and as I said, if it was size bigger then maybe I could wear it. What I think I'm going to have to do is actually repurpose this fabric into something, maybe something that I'll use a lot more, like a little bag or something. But I will try it on for you so you can get an idea of the top. Now if you were looking at this top, you'd probably think it fits her quite well, but to me it feels like I've got a straight jacket on. I hate anything that makes me look too busty and this completely fits the bill. Lovely sleeves, absolutely lovely, fits me spot on here. This is all way too tight. It was always going to be a fitted shape top, and maybe a few years ago when I was a little bit slimmer that would have been fine, because you've got the fisheye darts front and back. Now could I take the darts out? Possibly, but this fabric is very old and it has been sewn for a few years, so I think it would, if you unpicked it now, I think it would just be too set, but it might be worth a go. As I said, it's got this invisible zip. Oh, I can breathe a little bit, but it is such a shame. I think if you wanted a fitted top and you didn't mind it close fitting, if you cut the right size out, this could actually be quite a possible pattern. It's quite old now, I imagine, but it's got all these different views here. It is such a shame. I'm never going to lose weight here anymore, let's face it. So what shall I do with it? Very tricky, because even if I move these darts out, this would still be tight. So I think I'm going to have to repurpose it, but I love the fabric, so I can use the fabric, can't I? But there we go. This is a very sad 6808 New Look. I think I might have said an untruth actually. This next garment I think I made on my channel. Typical me, I don't keep a note of anything, so you may have seen this before. But this is New Look 6378. Another one of those what was I thinking moments. I made view D, I think, very short, just a little topper again. I got this lacy fabric, and in my mind I had the idea of kind of a lovely lacy topper. What I got was something very different. Here we have it. Now I remember just making this up and thinking that looks absolutely terrible. So all I did was kind of did a rolled hem on the edge of this just to finish it off. It was this acrylic-y, lacy, grey, I can't describe it, it's just hideous. Actually you can see I've never worn it because I've got the dots saying right side, wrong sides on it. Do you know where I found it? I found it in my bedside drawer because my idea was it could be like a bed jacket. Do you remember bed jackets? I remember my nan having one. You know, if you're sat in bed reading or something, it's just a little light layer to keep you that little bit warmer. It's never been worn. It's never been worn. Why haven't I thrown it away? I don't know. Maybe one day if I'm really poorly and in bed I might need it, but it's not flattering, is it? It's not great. Shall I pop it on? I'll pop it on top of the t-shirt I've got on. It's oh dear. Oh dear. I told you this would be a fun light-hearted video. It's just hanging. That's what they would say. The kids, it's just hanging. So there we go. Another of my not so successful makes. Now the next make comes from my favourite pattern. So I've got a couple of new look top patterns that if you watch my channel all the time, you will know I bring out this pattern all the time. New look 6217. I always make this top here. But once upon a time, I did have a go at making the topper. Why is it 3 of my items actually are toppers? Never make me sew a topper again. It was out of this beautiful, it's not chiffon, but I'd like to say it was something like that, fabric. Now, what can I say about it? This was, for once in my life, I actually did French seams on this. Now, I never bother with French seams, but I think I knew that the underside would show, so I've got a French seam. Let's mark that one down, shall we? Yeah, so this is long before the days of the overlocker. I have done proper hems on it. It's a beautiful fabric. It's blue, but the only reason is I don't know how to wear this. Once upon a time, I used to wear like a white, sort of skin tight white t-shirt underneath, and then that could have gone over the top. But other than that, I don't know how to wear it. I think that's the point. And I haven't thrown it away purely for that reason. Now I'm going to go and put something suitable on so I can show you actually what it could look like. Maybe you could give me some ideas. So I've gone and got one of my sleeveless white t-shirts. As I say, in the old days I used to wear something very tight. I don't anymore. Let's just pop it on and see the right way, and let's see what it looks like. Again, it's giving me bed jacket themes, sort of vibes. Could you wear that out? I just don't know. It is so pretty, and you can see why that I have kind of kept it. But is it something I would wear? I don't know. Actually, putting it with kind of this top and this skirt kind of works, but I don't know. What do you think? It's got these beautiful angled hems, as you can see, which is, do they match up? Let's see how good a sewist I was a few years ago. Not bad. So there we go, just a little overlayer. I think if you're going out for the evening or something like that, that would be quite nice. Maybe I should dig this one out and wear it. I've kept the white top on. Got 2 left. This one here, I spent hours and hours making. Simplicity 8554. This was, as I said, before I had a YouTube channel, but I used to watch a lot of YouTube. And my lovely, I'm going to call her my friend now as I've met her, the lovely Stephanie Farrell, who's got Stephanie Farrell Focus channel, made this, and it looked stunning on her. So I thought I will get myself some kind of green fabric, viscose twill, it's beautifully soft, and have a go myself. And I did do a good job of it. But when am I ever going to wear it? That was my point. I've got a very casual lifestyle. If I was working or something, then probably I could wear it. But here we have it. As I said, I took hours making this. Probably more time than I ever put into anything else. It's got so many details. You can't see them on there, but let's just run through them. So you've got these very fancy sleeves. It's got these tied sleeves. You've got belt loops for the sleeves. You've got the collar that attaches. You've got, what's this, you ask? Well, this is like an extra flap. You know, so it's a proper like old-fashioned, like, can I say Macintosh? Would that be too old-fashioned? But you've got that there. You've got the belt, it's very swing, sort of. You've got inseam pockets. Let's have a look on the inside. You can see I've never worn it because I've got tailor tacks still absolutely everywhere. I think I finished it and then thought, when am I ever going to wear this? So I'm going to try on for you now. I might have to switch the camera to portrait actually to show you. But let's see what it looks like, because I actually can't remember what it looks like. It's a good few years since I even got it out of the cupboard. So let's try it on. Let's try it on. Now we've got the annoying tying sleeves, which okay, looks probably very elegant. Now, if I had it open, that doesn't look too bad. So we've got the tie at the back. It's got side slits. Excuse me if I'm not looking at the camera because I'm trying to do two things, show you the bits and try and look at you in the camera at the same time. Open, fine. Let's see what it looks like. Because this is the bit, what you meant to do with this, kind of wrap it round, then the hems don't match up. Straight away we can see the problem. I'm very short from here to here and it just makes me look short and dumpy. It's not great, is it? But to be honest, my lifestyle doesn't need a coat like this. For the end of the day, I mean, we live in the UK, so in the autumn then it's going to be rainy most of the time anyway. It feels beautiful, the fabric is absolutely beautiful. I learned so many things making this top, lots of details. I would never make anything this complicated again. Now this jacket here, the shorter jacket, probably would have suited me better and maybe I'd have got some wear out of it. But I would never make this again because the amount of time and effort it took me to make this, it's not worth it for me. I have a very everyday lifestyle, as I say all the time on my channel, and I make stuff that's everyday. So I'm pleased I had a go at this. I wish I looked as super as Stephanie did in hers, and I know that she's probably worn it a lot. But yeah, why haven't I thrown it away? Because I know how long it took me and I know how hard it was to sew this viscose twill. Yeah. Simplicity 8554. If you've got the right lifestyle and you've got more patience than I have and you're probably tall and elegant, this would work for you. But sadly for not me. So the last one is an indie pattern. Can you believe it? Now this was many years ago, when I thought that printing PDFs is fun, and I got quite into it at some point. I found the company Sew Over It and I actually made quite a few things from them. I then went to realise that having my big full patterns that used to arrive with my sewing magazine was so much easier. This coat annoys me. I had some lovely fabric and I wanted to make a winter coat. And I saw the pattern, I'll put a picture in, it's the Jessie Coatigan from Sew Over It. And I made it up, but it looks horrible and unfinished. Now I'm going to show you in a minute. Now the pattern still exists, but there is an add-on, I think, for the lining. And that really is what it needed. But again, being shorter, it just looks awful on me. But I haven't thrown it away. What do I think I'll do? Somebody magically make it better one time? But this is the fun one because it does look dreadful. So what fabric have we got here? It's this multicolour kind of check. It's flecked. I can't think of what you call that now. But yeah, I've kept little bits of the scraps of the fabric. That's the only fabric I've got in the hope that one day I will be able to think of a way to make it better. Here we I haven't tried this on for years. It's really heavy. I've lined the sleeves. I've lined the sleeves. Sorry, I didn't realise I'd lined the sleeves. So I must have worked that out on my own because that was before the pattern. This isn't going to be great, I warn you. Wow. Yeah, I was so gutted. I was so excited. I've always wanted to make a winter coat. But this is it more or less finished. As you can see, it's not great. Without a lining, you can see the pockets. I think I even stitched the pockets down in the end. So got these big deep pockets. Oh, got a bit more bit more of the scrap fabric there. Right, so what's going on at the back? Right, I might have to take that off and show you. When I showed my mum this, it's not flattering on me at all, is it? When I showed my mum, she said, can't I get some kind of, make a kind of band and then bring it in? Very similar, in fact, to this first topper here. Even the sleeves are long and wide, aren't they? So that's what's pinned up at the back. Now, I think it was it meant to have a belt? I'm not sure. But I don't even think, again, I've got that same problem as if I've got this and a belt here. It actually looks like a dressing gown. So the idea was to kind of make some kind of belt here and then bring it in the back, like you do see some winter coats. That certainly would make it better. As you can see, I pinned that years ago and haven't done anything with it. So I'm never going to finish this, am I? And I'm never going to wear it because it's never going to look finished. I thought I'd show it to you because, you know, sometimes we see people saying, I'm going to make a winter coat, and you think, yeah, great, and you get all the fabric, which is very expensive, and you realise that in reality, I'm never going to wear anything like this. So don't waste your money. Don't go on that bandwagon and make something for you that you know you're not really going to wear. So that's my 6 garments. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed and maybe learnt a few things about some of those patterns that actually were all fine but just didn't suit me or my lifestyle. So why did I do this video? I like to bring sort of the fun, odd video every now and again, real honest, what actually does go on in our lives, because Sewing Channels isn't all about showing you perfect garments that you love and you're going to wear all the time. Sometimes some of the things we make, and we all make, we know heart of hearts, yeah, I might wear it once, but that'll be it. Do you have any garments that you've made, like me, that you know you'll never wear, but you can't throw them away? What will I do with this stuff? I don't know. A few years' time, I may redo a video and say, look, I've still got the items. As I said, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this very different video from me today. But as I say, I like my channel to be completely honest, very light-hearted. This sewing is my hobby, which I absolutely love with a passion, and I like to share everything with you. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you've made anything that you thought, no, why did I do that? Please join me again for #FridaySews or my #FabricWheel of Fate. I would love to have your company. Goodbye for now and happy sewing.